Well, thank you very much, and I'm highly honored to receive you in my office today. This is the office of the representative of Umuahia North, Umuahia South, and Iguano local government. So we call it Umuahia North, Umuahia South, Iguano Federal Constituency of Abia State. So this is their office. I'm just merely representing them as at now. My name is Honorable Obi Aguocha. I'm from Ohoho in Umuahia North. And in the House of Representatives, I am the chairman of chairmen, meaning that my committee has oversight of all standing and ad hoc committees, oversight, monitoring and evaluation of all outputs of all standing and ad hoc committees of the 10th House of Representatives. I'm also ad hoc committee chairman on security and insecurity in the Southeast, with special emphasis on Isukwato and Umunnochi local government areas of Abia State.
Fifth Igwere TV Leadership Excellence Awards, the Congress Hall, Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, Saturday, November 11, 2023, 5 p.m. Red Carpet, 6 p.m. Main Event. Chairman of Ceremonies, Professor Owunari George Will, Vice Chancellor, University of Port Harcourt. Keynote Speaker, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives. Special Guests of Honor, His Excellencies, Senator George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Oji Uzokalu, former Senate Chief Whip, Dr. Alex Oti, Abia State Governor, Dr. Betta Edu, Humanitarian Affairs Minister, through a 7-day nationwide online poll monitored by the News Agency of Nigeria and endorsed by African Union, African Film Institute. The following emerged 2023 winners: Bala Mohammed, Kawu Samaila,
Unajiofo Abiam,
Abdul Rabiu, Undenna Oti, Chibuzo Chinyere, Udiagwe Brown, Adams Oshomole, Ifeanyi Uba, Adeze Kalu, Victor Osimhen, Rufai Oseni, Babawale Oloba, Aloy Ikikwano, Yusuf Dahiru, Monde Okwebolo, Victor Briggs, Emeka Nwala, Gine Kator, Owunari Georgewell, Victor Ume, Benjamin Kalu, Muhammad Sheikh, Gentle Jack, Mohammed Isa, Mirbaka Nabiebo, Michelle Aluzie, Yul Edoche, Hadiza Kango, Nikki Jonas, Felix Ogbaudu, Patricia Ogbonaya, Chidi Amechi, Zainab Ibrahim, David Anyele, Ali Ibrahim, Abubakar Sadiq, Valentine Ezuchegu, Sulaiman Dabo, Uche Okonkwo, David Ogbonna, OTE, United Nigeria Air.
So I'm happy to have you here. So welcome.
2023 Personality of the Year in the area of security. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic about it. At least some form of recognition in the works that we have done, not just from the community level, when I was President General of our Home Welfare Union, when I was co-chairman of Umuahia North Development Union, which is a clan that is owned between Ohon and Ibeku. While we were in such positions, we made placed emphasis on security. So we took that up here. It's also important that the House of Representatives have given me that platform of the Southeast, the security and insecurity, to showcase a working collaboration between my committee and the service chiefs and the parliamentary agencies, including the state governors, with special emphasis to my own governor, Dr. Alex Choma Oti, with his effort that he has put in to help to curb crime and criminality in the Southeast, especially in Abia State, especially within the axis of Isukwato and Umunnochi local government areas, and in introduction of Operation Crush, which I think all stakeholders that are either you're a state actor or non-state actor have all agreed has been very successful in curbing the menace of kidnapping, assassinations, banditry that have been so prevalent in those areas, and at least beginning to have that turn, moving away from crime and criminality to building the political space, the economic space that will now bring about economic empowerment to our people. So I'm happy with what the governor is doing in Abia State, what the governor of Enugu is also doing, and what the governor of Ebonyi State are doing in respect to security and insecurity in the Southeast. And most importantly, we've said that part of returning the normalcy in the Southeast goes through the federal government to unconditionally release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from unlawful detention that he has been in. He needs to be given the opportunity to reunite with his family and to go about his business as a free citizen. And the time has come, and the time is now for federal government to show good faith. We're pleading to them to show good faith to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from unlawful detention. So if the lease award and Nigerians took cognizance of that, I think is, amongst all other considerations, is my continued demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that has maybe drawn myself to the attention of Nigerians to vote for me as the personality award, or to give me the personality award in the area of security as at this time. So I want to use this opportunity as well to continue to encourage the federal government to move them towards that direction. The federal government this government honestly has been open-minded in that direction, and I hope we will continue to move in that direction. And hopefully, on or about December 15th, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will walk away from unlawful detention. I'll be part of the people who will receive him and to ensure that Alibo, all those people who are using his name to commit all these crimes and criminality will have nothing else to do, and to end this unproductive sit-at-home that have been going on for too long in the Southeast, that have dwindled our economic activities, that have dwindled opportunities, government and private citizen opportunities. So the Southeast must have to return back to normalcy, where we in government, whether in the legislature or in the executive, will now pay more emphasis on the protections of lives and properties of the Southeasterners and indeed Nigerians who are living in the Southeast.
5th Ikwere TV Leadership Excellence Awards, the Congress Hall, Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, Saturday, November 11, 2023, 5 p.m. Red Carpet, 6 p.m. Main Event. Chairman of Ceremonies, Professor Owunari George Will, Vice Chancellor, University of Port Harcourt. Keynote Speaker, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives. Special guests of honor, His Excellencies, Senator George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Oji Uzokalu, former Senate Chief Whip, Dr. Alex Oti, Abia State Governor, Dr. Betta Edu, Humanitarian Affairs Minister. Through a 7-day nationwide online poll monitored by the News Agency of Nigeria and endorsed by African Union, African Film Institute, the following emerged 2023 winners: Bala Mohammed, Kawu Samaila,
Unajiofo Abiam,
Abdul Rabiu, Unenna Oti, Chibuzo Chinyere, Udiagwe Brown, Adams Oshomole, Ifeanyi Uba, Adeze Kalu, Victor Osimhen, Rufai Oseni, Babawale Oloba, Aloy Ikikwanu, Yusuf Dahiru, Monde Okwebolo, Victor Briggs, Emeka Nwala, Gine Kator, Owunari Georgewell, Victor Ume, Benjamin Kalu, Muhammad Sheikh, Gentle Jack, Mohammed Isa, Mirbaka Nabiebo, Michelle Alozie, Yul Edoche, Hadiza Kango, Nikki Jonas, Felix Ogbaudu, Patricia Ogbonaya, Chidi Amechi, Zainab Ibrahim, David Anyele, Ali Ibrahim, Abubakar Sadiq, Valentine Ezuchegu, Sulaiman Dabo, Uche Okonkwo, David Ogbonna, OT, United Nigeria Air.
All right, so back to your constituency.
Mhm.
The governor of Abia State, His Excellency Dr. Alex Oti,
Mhm.
few days ago on a media chat with some media houses, he said that over 80 dead bodies,
Mhm.
skeletons, were found in Munich.
Mhm.
So how true is that?
It's very true. He told us the same thing when we paid him a visit. When we came to my committee on security and insecurity, we paid visits to many other places and other states. And immediately after our engagement, town hall interactive session in East Equator local government, we paid him a courtesy visit. And he told us the same thing. It was shocking. I believe the governor because he has more intelligence report he has than all of us. So if he's saying that there were over 80 dead bodies, um, most of them freshly buried bodies in and around Umunochi, Lokwanta area. And that became the basis of all the efforts that you're seeing him do there, converting the place not just a residential market, but making it an open market so that people can come and trade not just in cattle, um, but other commodities can be sold in that place, and at such a time frame where people can come in and go. But what you have seen with the efforts that he has made there through the Operation Crush, rate of crime and criminality have dropped. Kidnapping has tremendously dropped. Armed robbery has dropped. Banditry has dropped. Assassinations has dropped. Now you're not seeing an engagement in economic activities. People are going back to the farms, bringing out their output into the market. So people are making money. So that's what we need. So to engage our citizens at every available space, but not in crimes and criminality, because now people are no longer engaging in kidnapping because kidnapping has any value. They're doing it now because of economic, lack of employment opportunities and other. So, onye dịka m now, let me speak Igbo. Ijide m now, I mean, can get ebe 5 million, 10 million, 50. But if I dress ordinarily and they don't know me, they may just kidnap me for 30,000 just to be able to have enough food on the table for the day for themselves and their families. So we understand that. A lot of people don't, get up in the morning and say, okay, what have I got to do? Let me go and kidnap somebody. But, and I don't mind is the devil's workshop. So that's why I like the approach of Dr. Oti. He's not just saying, okay, we're going to engage in decimated all the structures of those who are in kidnapping, armed robbery, and this. But he's also been engaged to say, okay, how do I now empower these people to retool their mindset, either through skills acquisitions or going back to schools or being entrepreneurs and all that stuff. So that aspect is the second leg of what is actually happening. And then, like I said, the most important aspect of all these things again comes down to the copycat criminals. Copycat criminals who are now saying, well, because Nnamdi Kanu is jailed, because Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, then that means that we are agitating. And if our agitations is through armed robbery, assassinations, and kidnappings, then there's a justification to it. There's no justification to it. But the only way we're going to stop that is to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is released so that all those people who are committing all this crime in his name will no longer have something to dwell on. So that point is very important for the federal government and the government of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to fully understand that to get the Southeast back to normalcy, we need to pull the rug under the feet of people who are using Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's name in committing all this wave of crime and criminality and insisting that we continue to have sit at home that are unproductive, insisting that people can no longer be engaged in productive in productive engagements that give them livelihood, legitimate livelihood. So all of them go hand in hand. Stop it through any means necessary by force to engage the people who continue to dwell in crime and criminality. Empower those who want to be empowered by going to school or retooling their skill sets. And then thirdly, release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so that people can no longer use him as a decoy to commit crime and criminality. So those three, when put together, eventually will bring about some form of normalcy back to the Southeast.
It's been about 6 months since we've been
Has it been 6 months?
about.
Okay. I was thinking, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right too.
yeah. So
For
we
six
wanted to
months.
ask about apart from lawmaking
Mm-hmm.
and other functions of the legislature, which
Mm-hmm.
other ways have you positively affected the lives of your constituents and
My
Nigerians in
constituents.
general?
I can tell you, my constituents are very impressed with me. Oh. I've done fantastically well for them, and they have also done fantastically well for me. Well, we've given various opportunities now to engage our people in ICT training. One of the things I want to do with my relationship with the Taiwanese government and the American government is to see that they build an ICT facility at Michael Okpara University, where most of our teaming youth can be trained in artificial intelligence, in coding, and app development. So that are on the pipeline. We've had some trainings over the last month or two where over 300 people were trained in ICT training. And then not just training them, we are now in the process of giving them uh, the hardware that they would need to use to engage, productively in ICT. So that is ongoing. Then secondly, from by way of legislation, we've talked about the difficulty of the Umahia Iguano Ikotekbene road. Uh, the House has called for investigation to find out why that road over the last 10 years has been fully mobilized, fully paid for, but yet continue to be in a state of dilapidated condition. We're setting up, through legislation, a federal medical center in Iguano, the one being in Omahia, having been upgraded to a teaching hospital. So I think that is essential that we have one. That one in Omai to now be juxtaposed to Iguana. So there are many other things we're going to do, even at the end of the year, to give palliatives. I'm also going to give bursary to close to about 500 students because it's one of the things that I promised to do. Some of the things that I promised to do are already on the pipeline now to do. I've talked about Nnamdi Kanu. When I was campaigning, I couldn't shut up about Nnamdi Kanu, who's my direct constituent. So I'm still talking about him, regardless of the circumstances of the national politics. He's my own. If nobody can talk about him, then I could talk about him. I've talked about bursary. I've talked about giving employment opportunities. Well, I've been here for some time, like you said, about 5 months. Uh, there are so many people that we've now helped to gain federal government employment opportunities. It's not as high as I would want it because I had wanted every year that through my office that I can empower 50 people to federal government employment opportunities. We're doing the bus route, like I said, and then to give 150 people opportunity for scholarship through my office to be, especially the indigent ones, not Okali them, not Ndapatu, but indigent ones that here one autonomous but have the capacity to go to school. So we cannot leave them behind or engage them. So having come out from court, we've been in court and distracted by court that we didn't even know whether we will be in this office or not. But to the glory of God, because it's only God, to the glory of God, we're here now where the whole thing has been settled. That whether you like me or you hate me, I'm going to be here for 4 years. And within that 4 years, I intend to do tremendous things to uplift our people, uplift our environment. If you go to places like Iguano that have very severe environmental deprivations, erosions, and all that stuff, my own side or home is something. The urban itself, the same. So it's now to work in consonance with not just the National Assembly, to work in consonance with my performing governor, Dr. Alex Oti, to now ensure that both from the national from the state that my constituency is not left behind. So we're going to do more for our constituents, and by His grace of God, come 2027, they will re-elect me overwhelmingly again.
Thousands, hundreds of thousands of Nigerians voted for you for this award.
Mm.
Majority of them young people. they look up to you. They want to be celebrated as you're being celebrated right now. What is your message to them?
The message to them: keep faith. Things are hard. I understand that, economically and otherwise, but we believe that regardless of party, party now, regardless of party, that as their legislators and people who have been elected to represent them, we're all coming together holistically and objectively to look at the severe economic situation in the country, to ensure that we have adequate provisions that will uplift our youth, uplift Nigeria. Nigeria has potential to be one of the greatest nations, but there are certain things that ought not to be in play now that are currently in play. Me personally, I'm willing to work with Mr. President, work with the leadership of the National Assembly, with my colleagues, and the state governors, especially my own state governor, to ensure that we help to lift all tides. So thank you for voting for me. I will not let you down. I will always speak for you, and to prod my colleagues towards a direction that will be self-sustaining for all of them. So I'm most grateful to them for finding me worthy to receive this great award. And that means I'm also going to be your brand ambassador to project the Leaks Awards and to project your values and to encourage people to also believe in those values. And like I said, all coming together to ensure that we help to reset Nigeria, where Nigeria will have, every Nigerian will have, every opportunity to establish themselves and not just to, continue to wallow in pain, in hopelessness, and not enough opportunity. And but we want to be able to do that now, and I'm committed to do my own bit. It's a collective effort. It's not just a one-man thing. And so I'm ready to pitch in my own, and then hopefully my colleagues will also be ready. The governments across the state and national can also bring something to the table that we can all do to help Nigeria. Thank you.
Finally, we would like to mention specifically Ibore TV in your response, in your message to us.
Ibore TV?
Yes.
I'm happy to meet you. Today, the Ibore TV is coming to interview me. I've seen everything about Ibore TV. So I'm now Ibore man. I'm an Ibore TV man. See me with my peace hand. So I'm happy to be associated with you as well, to be associated with my friends who are also here. And like I said, I'm now going to carry you. I'm your brand, how do they say, a brand ambassador. So I will not fail you. Swear me into, I will not fail you. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Well done. So welcome to the office of Ikwu and Omahe.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
5th Aguocha TV Leadership Excellence Awards, the Congress Hall, Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, Saturday, November 11, 2023, 5 p.m. Red Carpet, 6 p.m. Main Event. Chairman of Ceremonies, Professor Owunari George Will, Vice Chancellor, University of Port Harcourt. Keynote Speaker, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives. Special guests of honor, His Excellencies, Senator George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Oji Uzokalu, former Senate Chief Whip, Dr. Alex Oti, Abia State Governor, Dr. Betta Edu, Humanitarian Affairs Minister, through a 7-day nationwide online poll monitored by the News Agency of Nigeria and endorsed by African Union, African Film Institute. The following emerged 2023 winners: Bala Mohammed, Kawu Samaila,
Unajio for Abiam,
Abdul Rabiu, Unenna Oti, Chibuzo Chinyere, Udiagwe Brown, Adams Oshomole, Ifeanyi Uba, Adeze Kalu, Victor Osimhen, Rufai Oseni, Babawale Oloba, Aloy Ikikwanu, Yusuf Dahiru, Monday Okwebolo, Victor Briggs, Emeka Nwala, Gine Kator, Owunari Georgewell, Victor Ume, Benjamin Kalu, Muhammad Sheikh, Gentle Jack, Mohammed Isa, Mirbaka Nabiebo, Michelle Aluzie, Yul Edoche, Hadiza Kango, Nikki Jonas, Felix Ogbaudu, Patricia Ogbonaya, Chidi Amechi, Zainab Ibrahim, David Anyele, Ali Ibrahim, Abubakar Sadiq, Valentine Ezuchegu, Sulaiman Dabo, Uche Okonkwo, David Ogbonna, OTE, United Nigeria Air.